Well, it's starting to rain a little bit, so this one here's exercising his wing. He decides he's going to come back out. But they go under that ledge when it's raining to stay dry, and we're just getting a slight sprinkle now. It's starting to dry off, so maybe they'll come out and play a little bit. Look at this guy working those wings. Breeze is picking up a little bit. He feels that, so he wants to practice with his wings. Yeah, so well, he's just going to lay there. And we know one of them, or maybe even two of them, have gotten fed, so we have two more to go here. The ones that got fed are probably behind the bush now, kind of resting. But these two guys, they are out here obviously waiting for the food, I think, for the next feeding. As you can see how much preening they do. They do a lot with their preening. In about a week and a half, they'll be flying out of here, or flying off the cliff. They'll still hang around. The parents will teach them everything they need to know. There they are. The sides of their head, around their eyes, all feathered in. Oh, we got all three there. And one, number 4, is behind the bush, I think, way back in. Well, now I'm glad I came up. I wanted to see what progress has been made in the last few days, and it looks like quite a bit. There he is working with his foot, cleaning up his toenails. Yeah, he's doing a good job. Got two of them right in center stage here. They're looking at each other, going, "Hey, Mom, where's the food? Bring in, we need some food." Now, the other two are hiding. One's behind the bush, and the other one's off on the point. These two are center stage now, and they're waiting for one of the adults to deliver the food. Okay, Mama just dropped off the food. There she goes. Got the food delivery, and this one's got it. He's running back over here. I'll zoom out a little bit. All right. Now they're all excited. One got the food, and out comes all 4 of them now running around. And looks like the one on the point is taking possession of it. And looks like Mom is still hanging in there trying to divvy up who gets it. Yeah, she's feeding the one there. All right. It looks like a free-for-all now. My goodness sakes, look at them. They're really going after it. Here comes Johnny come lately. Don't look like he's going to get much. All right, Mom's going to take off. Oh yeah, there she goes. All right, these guys finally got their breakfast. It's almost noon now, but they've been hanging in here since 6 o'clock this morning. So she'll go gather up some more food and other prey item and bring it in. They'll all get fed. They're all excited about it. Oh yeah. They got the one on the point, so that's pretty good. Well, here they are, a close-up. Mama came in and dropped off food, and they're kind of fighting over it. All 4 of them are a pile of peregrines here. There, look at that. He's having a little bite. Oh, it's an exciting day to be here today. Mama came in with the food and dropped it off. So we have 4 young peregrine falcons here eating the food. She just got the delivery from the mama, and she's flying out, and they're trying to eat their food now. All right, we've been waiting here since 6 o'clock this morning, and we finally got to see them come in and feed them. The one with the wings out is not feeding, and they're just sleeping. You wouldn't even know they were there. They blend right in. Looks like she's thinking about maybe flying. There she goes. All right, how cool is that? Now we'll see what these guys do with what she left the carcass. This is absolutely fantastic. Yep, they're finishing it up now. Oh, yeah. Yep, they're practicing getting those wing muscles all. Oh, yeah, now look at the white fuzzy feathers fly. Having a little exercise session here. Peregrine Falcon. Oh, Mom just flew in. Look at that. Let's see what we got going here. All right. Oh, they're hungry guys. Yep. Mama brought in the breakfast. There you go. Well, we'll see what goes on. See how big they are, all 4 of them here? My goodness. Got their wings out. All lined up here. Well, you can see the difference now from 3 days ago. Man, look how they resemble the adults. Got a little more beige to them, not so much white, but the size of the coloring, my goodness. I figured she'd be come sailing in here at any time. There's one calling away there. My goodness. Yep. Time to eat now. I'll see if we can come down in a little bit. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's close as we can get now. Zoomed in, look at that. Well, I wonder what the prey was this time. I see one of them back up in the tree, so that's the mate. Back up in the lookout tree, and this one here's doing the feeding. What a great day to come up here. We like to come about every 3 days and check on their growth cycle. It looks like they are really growing. Most of the white feathers now are gone, the downy feathers. She's still teaching them table manners. She's got them all lined up here and handing this one a little bit. Mama says get in line here. Nobody's hoarding all the prey. You're all going to get a little bit. Well, interesting is that. Oh, yeah, I'm just looking at the markings on the youngsters and then on the adults. That's amazing. That can happen in such a short period of time. Remember, they hatched out April 29th. So that is really growing here. Great filtered light today, or a Peregrine Falcon Eyrie at Snoqualmie Falls. Big feeding session. Didn't take them long. 2 of them were sleeping behind that bush, and she comes sailing in. They woke up right quick. The first 2, I think, seen her in the air because they started flapping their wings, and she sailed in, got them all lined up here. So we're going to enjoy this. I woke up fairly early this morning. It gets light now real early, and I looked, it's all clear, so I got in my car and drove up here and got all set up. But I'm sure glad I did, because the filtered light, get the first feeding session of the day. Also got the adults over in their lookout tree earlier. The falls is really beautiful today. It's just pure white water rolling over there, and seeing a few of the other birds in the picnic area eating, and we've just been keeping an eye on these guys. This is the moment we've been waiting for, live action and a big feeding session. We kind of figure by looking at them that we have 3 females and 1 male in the youngster. Now that little one is the male. He's 1/3 smaller. That's the one right to the right there with Mama, I think. The other 3 are the big sisters. Have my coffee and check Critter Zoom on the computer. That's what they got set up here. It's getting the same thing that's going on now. CritterZoom.com Falcon Nest, and you'll see exactly what you're seeing now right on your computers. But their camera's just, like 50 feet from me, aimed in on the same place, about the same angle. That's kind of interesting. If you got a smartphone, you can pull it up right here and see what I'm seeing right on my camera at the same time. I'm always amazed at the technology, what we can see today. Live live right there on the computer and on the smartphone. My goodness, these guys are really chowing down. Well, it is the first feeding of the day, so the way they're feeding, I think it's a good size prey, probably a pigeon, I would think. About 3 days ago or so, she was feeding them a big pigeon. They all got a good feed, then they all slept afterwards. So probably be this. When she feeds them this heavy, they'll exercise, jump around for a while, and then take a nap. She's doing a great job here. Won't take them long to eat this. We got 4 youngsters this big eating, and 1 pigeon probably, so it won't take long. She gets a little bit of it too, I think. It's beautiful lighting today, all filtered. Don't have the mist there. Everything is dry. A lot of noise from the falls, but what can you do? That's a lot of water going over there. It makes a racket. It's part of the natural area. Oh, yeah. It's a great spot. They turn their head, you get to see their eyes and everything. My goodness. She's doing a fine job, and the other one is still up in the dead tree on lookout, so I think that's probably the male up there. This is the female feeding them. They were both in the tree earlier, keeping an eye on them, waiting for a chance to go hunt, and they had great success, so nobody's going hungry here. This guy's getting full. He's walking around behind Mama here, changing position. Well, I think he's going to have a better shot at this side, I guess. Oh, yeah, they're in the huddle now. They're bent down, getting the last few pieces out of here. Yep. Look at that one next to Mama with mouth open, hollering. What a great feeding session. I just had a feeling that something's going to happen really good up here today because the weather looked good. Well, I'll get an early cup of coffee and come up, and I'm sure glad I did. I like the position, too. I always like the youngsters with their backs to me, and I can see Mama feeding them all in a row there. And they're not behind that bush. A couple of times I came at feeding time, they were feeding behind that green bush to the left, so they don't see me. This is really great. Can't wait to put this on YouTube and share it with all our friends. So there's one talking about, oh, what? Over on the other side of the bush, kind of spreading out now. They're starting to slow down on the feeding. That one must have got enough. Oh yeah, and I can see Mama really good. Look at those great markings on her head there and the side of her face. My God, what a handsome bird. Well, this guy, the gal's walking over here behind Mom now. Kind of pecking at Mom. Mom, I want some more. So he better come around the front here with the rest of it. Let's just watch this. Calling away here. Have a little tug of war now. Look at this here. This is just great. Yep, on the right hand side, I think that's the little male right next to Mom, and the other 3 are the females. Right in front and then going to the left. Yeah, I'm going to go with the 3 females and 1 male on this. That little guy's in there. Hey, Mom, I'm right here. The girls ate most of it. Give me what's left. He's getting it now. Oh, yeah. Hey, there's Big Sister. Got me a chunk. She'll run off over here now and go behind the bush, see? All right. See Mama exercising her wings. 5.5 weeks old. Look at this. Boy, they're revving them up. Well, they know they're going to have to fly pretty soon, so they're getting all their exercise in, getting their muscles built up. Oh yeah, this is a great exercise session. Look at these guys. How cool is that? Now they're hopping around here hoping Mama brings them some food. They're all over this cliff. Look at that. There's Mama bringing in some food. How about that? Alright, we'll see what happens here. Looks like a big prey item too, so everything is good. They're going behind the bush a little bit, so we'll see what happens here. Well, that's what happens when they're 5.5 weeks old. My goodness. Most of the downy feathers are gone, and she sailed in here with a big prey and is going behind the bush now. Alright, here's our big feeding. Look at all the white feathers. My goodness, a little tug of war going on there. 4 juvenile peregrine falcons eating the prey that Mama brought in. Look at that. I'm going over here with this one's mine. It was a big item. I don't know what it was, but look at all them feathers. Mama's feeding them away there. Looks like she's thinking about maybe taking off a little bit. Well, she's going to make them mind their manners a little bit more here. Calling them out over here. Oh yeah, they're staying right in the middle now. She's going to finish giving the feed. You can see that the youngsters are just as big as the female, the adult. Now she flew away, so she brought them in some big prey item. They got white feathers all over the Eyrie now, so we'll go ahead and keep an eye on them. See, oh, look at the wing. He's playing with that now, so it didn't take too long. It's a good size item. You have 4 big babies this size. Doesn't take long to eat a pigeon. But here they are, they're sharing it. Seem to be getting along pretty good. So she's oh yeah, now they're fighting over a wing. They're pulling from the left and to the right, so everything is going good here. They're all getting fed and getting their share. So, but this is our juvenile peregrine falcons. They're 5.5 weeks old, the same size as the adults. She just brought them in some food, and we're making a documentary on it. And looks like they're all well fed here. She just flew off the ledge. Now we're back to these two. Mama has flown the coop there off the ledge, and here comes this big sister back for more. They've been sharing pretty good. They got white feathers everywhere here. And we'll see what's going on. I haven't seen the little male. He's in there somewhere. He's getting his share, I'm sure. All 4 of them are getting fed. 3 big sisters and the 1 male. I sure hope they're not raiding some chicken coop. I think it's just a white pigeon myself, but you never know. I do, last couple times it's been white prey though that she's brought in. Saw her bring in a rock pigeon earlier in the season, but this is pure white here, so I'm kind of concerned a little bit. Anyway, the guys have lost most of their downy feathers. They got them preened off. They've been exercising their wings, preparing themselves for the first flight, whenever that will be. Not too far off in the future. But they've waited a while for their food here, and they're enjoying it immensely. They have their little favorite spots. One will eat one place and one behind the bush. These 2 gals here get along pretty good eating, so here we are. Well, here's our last peregrine falcon sibling on the ledge here. Picking around, I think, on some leftovers from yesterday. All the other siblings have flown now, and this is the last one. We came up early here. About 6 o'clock in the morning. She's picking around through the, well, looks like a good size leftover she's got there. I don't know if Mama came in and dropped something. I'm thinking leftover, but you never know. It's 6 o'clock. It gets light early. She may have dropped something off. But I think usually they don't feed them quite this early, so maybe this will be the day that this one sails off and joins the other one. We got some on the cliff below me and some in the trees, so we'll see if she takes flight today, and maybe we'll get lucky and get a video of it. She's just picking around here a little cache of food she's got up under the ledge here. Checking everything out. Look at all the white feathers from the pigeons. They've been really catching pigeons the last few days. They're not going hungry, I'll tell you that. Our lighting is really good too. A good profile on the bird now. She's looking around. She's probably kind of enjoying not having to share the food with everybody with a big free-for-all. She's just sitting here with her wings flat instead of spread out to hide the food. So she's relaxed now with her food. Alright, looking over this way, looking up maybe for Mama. Oh, this is a big chunk of meat. Look at that. Well, she's not going to go hungry today. She just turned around. That's got to be a whole pigeon for her. So maybe Mama came in earlier already and dropped off a big chunk of meat. Well, her food. Oh, she's hollering about something now. She's seen somebody maybe. She's hollering. Oh, here comes one. Mama came in. Yep, Mama came in to join her. They went behind the bush. I'll back off a little bit. Well, yeah. They got a little hiding place behind the bush. There she goes. Mom flew out. All right. Well, that was very interesting. Imagine that early bringing her a chunk of meat that big. That was a whole pigeon. So she must have brought that early because I was here yesterday and watched them. Well, this is one lucky Peregrine Falcon. Last one on the ledge gets the whole pigeon to herself. Mom comes in and checks up. Well, here's our girl enjoying that big pigeon carcass, I believe it is. Just see her eating right behind the tree here. She's all happy, got the whole thing to herself. Oh, look at her eyes. She's all lit up, looking good. She's enjoying it. She was on the ledge there, and then Mama came in and checked up on her, and then she went behind the tree here, and or the bush, and now she's eating her food. And Mama went back up in her tree and up there by the male, and they're on lookout, keep an eye on the other siblings that have flown out of the nest. So this is the last one we have to fly off the ledge here, but usually when they eat this much, like a whole pigeon, they're not going to feel like flying. She'll probably gorge herself and that'll be it. We're going to keep an eye on them. We're checking around in the trees for the other siblings. I want to try to zoom in on them if we can find them and get a couple of videos of those. But this gal here, last one to leave the eyrie and getting the best food. That's the first time in her life she got a whole pigeon to herself. And she looks like she's enjoying it. She takes a couple of bites there, looks around, and that's just a reflex of when she had the other siblings with her, make sure nobody's coming up to steal it. But you can see she doesn't have her wings out now because she knows there's nobody there to threaten her food, so. Well, the Peregrine's been flying along the cliff here, and this one here that's feeding's watching them. And they were acting like they did when they seen the raccoon about a week ago, so, but they weren't cackling. Oh yeah, here he is, raccoon. Just went by me again. Yep, they came right in front of me, so we have a repeat of exactly what happened a few days ago. This one here even stopped eating to watch the show because Mom and Pop were zooming by this ledge here and the raccoon just walked by us. Well, how about that? These parrots are definitely alert. Well, let's see what our gal is doing now. See if I can get the male up in the tree here. Well, here's one of our peregrines still on raccoon watch. Just sitting right across from the lodge there. Big conifer tree right by the falls. This one's looking around. A rabbit or raccoon watch, I guess. This is did the same repeat as what happened on June 1st. The raccoon come by when they were dive bombing me. And this one went to the exact same tree, so this is where they keep an eye on them. They're really alert today because 3 of the siblings are out of the eyrie, have flown off the ledge, and we have one of the big females still on the ledge eating a whole pigeon today, so I think she's going to be there for a while. She probably won't try to fly with her crop so full. But I think she's good for another day. Oh yeah, beautiful lighting today. It's filtered light. We're seeing a lot of things, and we're going to see if we can locate one of the 3 that are into the flown out of the nest a couple of days ago. They should be in the trees or on the ledge, but we're going to see if we can kind of locate them. But they're hard to find unless they would flap their wings or something. But this bird is looking really good here. There he goes. Do a little bit. She's still looking for that raccoon. Make sure that raccoon walks out of the area. She was over here by the lodge. Tree keeping an eye on everything, and flew down here. She saw the raccoon, she was hollering at it. So now she's down here because this is where the raccoon is. She wants to keep a close eye on it. Well, here's our gal watching a bird fly by. It looked like it might be a vulture. And male's up in the top of his little cedar tree there, a fir tree, watching to make sure that raccoon don't come back. Mama's over by her perch keeping an eye on things. And this gal here that's been eating the pigeon, look at her crop swelling up. She's really filling up. She's watching everything that's going on. She's really watching the adults when they were over here on the cliff zooming and running that raccoon out of the area. This looked like a smaller raccoon than what was here on the first, so we might have a family of them raiding the garbage around here, trying to get in the garbage cans. But anyway, the peregrines are alert. They know they're here. But it looks like Big Sister here is getting full. She proved she cannot eat a whole pigeon by herself. She's looking up over here, so just kind of posing now and quit eating. But she's got the food right there in her talons, looking around. Well, I think she's full. We're going to go see if we can locate one of the other siblings in the tree and see what's going on here.